Run him, fuck him, got him, yup, spot him, yup, got him, sus, run him, fuck him, got him, yup, spot him.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tori, and if you did not know, well, now you know, and welcome back for another video. For today's video, you guys, I'm gonna be doing another story time. So this is the story time about the time I got caught cheating in 7th grade, y'all. So I want to get right into this video so we waste no time. But before we start, you already know that you're gonna like me, so you better click that subscribe button and the like button, and let's get it. So it was 7th grade, and I had history, social studies, whatever it was. So I remember vividly the day before, my teacher was like, okay, you guys got a quiz tomorrow, prepare and stuff, and it's low stakes, but you still want to prepare. So my little 7th grade self was too busy talking to my friends. I was that kid who was talking to her friends instead of actually paying attention to what the teacher was saying. So instead of like me preparing for this quiz and stuff, I was too busy talking, and then I was too busy forgetting. So now that I forget that there's a quiz tomorrow, I come in the next day. So now, before I get into it, although I was a talker, I was still that student who like had her work done on time. I would do my homework every night. My thing was I would never turn it in. So my homework would be done, everything would be perfect. All I had to do was literally turn it in. But for some reason, I never turned it in. Like, I was that student who was just like, oh, I did it, but never turned it in. So basically all my teachers always knew I always used to do that in middle school. All my stuff never used to be turned in. But again, I was like a really good student. I got good grades or whatever. But my teachers was noticing like, okay, you're getting good grades, but like you're not doing any of your homework. So like, what's your secret? So then I was like, oh, I did the homework, and they're like, where is it? So then they would go to my folder and find every single homework assignment was done. The problem was I wasn't turning them in. So I was smart. I'm not stupid. But I was like wanting to prove that I wasn't stupid because I go to a predominantly white school. Like, I live in one of the most segregated places still, even though it's not like, oh, you can't live here type stuff. I still live in like one of the most segregated places. So as a black girl going to a white school, it's like I have to keep my standards up, because I feel like if I lower them, they're gonna put me in all the types of support classes, subclasses, and all that, just to prove like, oh yeah, all the black students here are not as smart. So I was just always like, I never want to get help. I never want to do anything. Like, I never want to ask teachers for help, because I'm like, no, I can figure it out on my own. Like, I don't need teachers to whatever. They already explained to me once. I just need to go through and I need to figure it out on my own. I was always that student. I never wanted to get help. I always just want to do it by myself. Even if I really needed the help, I still wouldn't go get the help. Which is like a bad trait to have. Like, if you need help, you can always ask for help. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Like, that's why they're there. But then going into the quiz now, I walk in, I see everybody with books out, study guides, and they're studying. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, what's going on? Like, is today just like a study free day? So then I look up at the board and it says, quiz today, study before we take it. Now I'm like, fudge. The bell is about to ring in 3 minutes, y'all. So I run to my desk, which is on the far back, on the opposite side of her desk. Her desk was on the left side, mine was on the right side in the back. So she couldn't see me, supposedly. So I ran back there, I took out my textbook and my study guide, and I hurried up and I read everything I need to know. But then I'm like, I'm not gonna memorize this. It was the civil rights movement, y'all. So you know how stupid I would look if I got an F on the civil rights movement, y'all? I'm black. You know how bad that would look on my reputation? Like, oh, this little black girl don't know shit about her history. I don't want to be that girl. So I was like, we're finna cheat. I wrote everything out on my hand. Everything out on my hand. And now she's like, all right, guys, put away your textbooks and stuff, and let's take the quiz. Either way, I still end up looking stupid, but whatever. So now she hands out everybody out the test, and I wrote my name down. I'm reading the first question. Now I'm like checking my hand and looking like, okay, I got that. So I'm taking the entire test, and everything I needed was on my hand. So I was like, all right, bet, cool. So now I get it done. I wait, you wait a couple minutes for like other students to like finish up, so y'all can all turn in yourself at the same time. So then I get up and I walk to the front desk, turn in my stuff, and now I'm feeling guilty. My conscience is like, dude, you finna get caught. Like, you just really cheated. Like, you're gonna get caught right now. So now I'm freaking out, like, oh my god, I'm an overthinker. Like, I will panic for no reason. Like, and it could be nothing going on. Like, she would never know if I just like asked her if I can go to the bathroom or something. She's like, okay, yeah, go. Instead, I wanted to be the overthinker, like, oh my god, she's gonna know I cheated, blah blah blah. So now I go back to the back of my seat. and I go like this. I'm back here like this, rubbing my arm off. Students are looking at me like, girl, if you don't stop doing that. And I didn't know the teacher was like mapping out what I was doing. So now I'm like this. I'm like now I'm worried about like just getting this off my hand. So now there's Sharpie stains on my finger and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some hand sanitizer. I get some hand sanitizer out and squirted it all on my hand. I brought the most attention to myself doing this. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I really hate my younger self. So now I squirt on my hand. I'm literally like this, y'all. Like, I'm literally scrubbing this off my hand. And so before I looked, so my friend, she sat next to me. She was like, dude, she coming, she coming, she coming. I didn't realize what she was saying. I was too busy trying to get this off my hand. So then by the time I processed what she's saying, the teacher literally right over me looking over my hand. Now I felt like, isn't it like gone? No, it faded. It did not go away. It faded. So you can still read what it said. It's just faded. So my teacher takes my hand like this. She reads what she's reading what it is. She tells me go out into the hall. Now I have to do the walk of shame. I get all my stuff and I walk out into the hall. She goes to like the little quiz bin or whatever. She gets my quiz and she comes and she says, "Why did you cheat?" And then I was like,
You don't have like the civil rights movement.
like, and I look even more stupid. I might as well just taking my O in the first place. Then she was like,
okay, why did you just come in for help?
I forgot about the quiz.
Okay, you forgot about the quiz. Why didn't you say anything to me?
Because I thought,
Because what?
but bro, this teacher didn't play. She was just like, because what? Like, I'm tired of hearing your excuses, dude. You better get your life together, sis, or something. And then I was just more like,
I just forgot. And then she was like,
Okay, well, you should have said that you forgot this quiz because I could have obviously said, alright, you could study during this time and then you take it during lunch.
that's what other students were doing. I was the stupid one cheating while all the other students were studying and were able to come back during lunch to take it. So now I look even stupider. If that's even a freaking word. So she's like,
Other students are in there right now studying and getting ready to take it during lunch. Majority of the class was doing that, she said. She said you have the option to do that. I told you guys yesterday that you could do that. If you prefer to take it at lunch, you can.
so now I'm feeling stupid. So now she has to rip up my test and she walks me into the office. As a bad old student I stayed in the office. I was smart, I was just bad. And so I would always have in-school suspensions, always getting kicked out of school, always like suspended, this and that. But I've never been expelled, but I just been suspended, in-school suspensions, in-school detentions, all types of stuff like that. So now she sends me down and I have to sit down. So now my teacher's like, oh, now the assistant principal's like, oh, what a surprise, you're here today. So now I come in, I sit down in my little normal spot where I always sit when I'm in trouble. And now he's like, okay, what did you do now? I explained I cheated on a quiz. And then he was like, the civil rights quiz. I was like, yeah. And then he was like, why didn't you just say that you didn't know the material? Like, why didn't you just come take it another time? And I was like, I didn't know that was an option. So now I sound so stupid. Like, I'm so mad at myself for this. Like, I sound beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. Like, I'm the only dude that really sat up there and cheated when I could have just taken it another time. So, more part of the story is listen during class, though. Because if I was listening, I would have known. Like, I would have known, oh, I can come in and take it if I feel like I don't know the material still. And another thing is, if you're finna cheat, y'all, be smooth with it. Don't pull on me and try to scrub it off your hand right in that instant. Like, I literally could have asked her wait to go to the bathroom. So now, what's my punishment? They did not tell my mom. I don't know why I didn't tell my mom. Maybe mom knew, but she was just tired of me. So she was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm over it. I had to do a 2-week in-school lunch suspension. So, I had to sit in the office for 2 weeks during lunchtime. And then I had to go stay after school. I had to stay after school for an hour. And I would just sit in the office. And another thing is, for a couple months, every time we had to take a quiz or test in any class, I had to be with an adult who was sitting right in front of me. So I was literally on watch. It sucked. It really did suck because I had to leave the classroom and go. I had to go to like a room that was all the way upstairs, and all my classes was on the second floor, dude. So I would have to walk up the stairs, and I hate stairs. Oh my god, I hate stairs. And I walk up the stairs, and I have to go to a room that was in a corner with a teacher. It'd be different teachers every time. Whoever was on break or whatever sat there and did my quiz. I could not wear sweatshirts during quizzes. I could not wear, or tests. I can't wear sweatshirts or long sleeves. I had to wear short sleeves every time I had a quiz. And if I did wear one and I didn't have anything underneath, I would have to roll up my sleeves. And yeah, every time before I would go in, they would take my phone from me. And it was sad. Like, that was a really sad time for me. Like, I really feel like I was in jail, dude. And then they would look at my hands and crack, and then they would give me my pencil, my test, and then my backpack would be put across the room, and I had to go take this alone. But the good thing is I did get extra time because I had to finish it like in there, so they would just let me finish it. So I did have extra time and stuff. And there was one teacher, dude, he was so cool. If every time I had him, I used to love him because he would help me out with my tests and stuff. So yeah, more point of the story is do not cheat. Just y'all, just own up to it, because either way you're gonna take an L if they find out that you did cheat. And you have to get an in-school suspension. It's not on my record since it was middle school, but it was like, it's not like on a permanent record. It was like, if I go to like the high school, they're gonna see like, oh, I cheated on one of the things or whatever. But it's okay, because I kept my nose clean, kind of. Well, cheating wise. And yeah, so basically that is it. That's the time I cheated in 7th grade. And honestly, just don't cheat. Like, there's no need to cheat. Just get it done. Unless you're in high school and you're like, oh, I can pull it off, then go for it. But honestly, more point, don't cheat. And another point is you should like, comment, and subscribe, because I know you like this video. So honestly, in the comment section, tell me, why did you get an in-school suspension if you ever gotten one? And number 2, if you ever cheated on a quiz and got caught, what happened? Like, what was your punishment? Maybe I was treated unfairly and I could sue them for that. So, that's it, you guys, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you know what's going on over here. And I'll see you guys next week or the next time I decide to post.